I must have spent thousands of hours of my life playing games. Most people see games as a time-wasting endeavor, but I think any time spent having fun is time well spent. And having fun is why I play games. Still, playing video games is not regarded with the same amount of respect as reading books or watching movies. It's like if you read a lot of books or watch a lot of movies, people can get impressed. But if you play games, you're thought of as a nerd, childish and unserious. It's unfortunate, but I don't think it's going to change anytime soon either. But whatever, I'm just going to keep having fun as long as it's fun. Playing games for 20 years has affected me in a number of ways. As a kid, I learned many English words from games. Words like continue, level, help, world, and many more. I prefer video game music to regular music, and plenty of regular songs I heard first in games such as Grand Theft Auto, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, and Guitar Hero. Even some classical music like Tchaikovsky and Offenbach I heard first in video games. For me, the best video game music comes from Final Fantasy, Mega Man, and from Konami, Sunsoft, Technos, and of course, Nintendo. Nowadays, video game music is more about scores than melodies, which is a step down in my book, but it's also understandable since games have gotten a lot more cinematic. I've never been that great at games, and when it got too hard I would either quit playing or cheat. I can say without a doubt that the fact that my mother bought me a Game Genie is one of the reasons I have played games for 20 years. Having fun is fun, but being frustrated and angry isn't. So I'm thankful that Nintendo didn't win its lawsuit against Galoob, so I could at least have the option. But of course I also know that overcoming a seemingly insurmountable challenge is very fulfilling, and recently I've been discovering that more and more. I started watching Game Center CX online. That Arino has the patience of a god, and despite not being that skilled, he presses on. He inspired me to try harder, and I've gotten to feel that feeling of surpassing my own limits. The hardest games I've ever beaten are Mega Man 9, which has such annoying parts that I'm never playing it again, Batman on NES, where the Joker is an exercise in luck, and Castlevania. I played it on the Famicom Disk System, which has saving, and let me tell you that I played Death Stage many times. That hallway with knights and medusas is relentless. Over the last couple of years I've been gravitating a lot more towards retro gaming than current. I think I prefer older games due to them being more pure experiences, more instantly gratifying, and of course nostalgic. No tutorials, no signing into an online profile, little to no loading times. Another reason I go more retro nowadays is that many of my favorite game series have declined over the years. Super Mario is still dependable and Zelda games are still solid, even though they don't grab me in quite the same way as they used to. Mega Man is more or less dead, thanks to Capcom. Resident Evil for me died with Resident Evil 5, and Final Fantasy died with number 10. I've lost interest in the Tony Hawk games, there hasn't been a great Star Wars game since Jedi Academy in my opinion. Grand Theft Auto is still great, but the turn for more cinematic, gritty stories is not quite as great as the more is better wackiness of GTA San Andreas. That said, GTA 5 is my most anticipated game of 2013, no question. And on top of that, there are many games I missed over the years. I've never played a Silent Hill game, any of the Metroid Primes or Dragon Warrior games, among others. I would rather go back and play some of those than try out the new Grey-Brown Shooter or the new Elves and Orcs RPG. Of course, newer games have their advantages too. You get a different kind of immersion and realism. Lately I've been playing the Yakuza series, and it's great. Nothing I could experience on a 2D console. Another advantage to current gaming is online multiplayer, even if I'm far from the biggest fan of it. I've had some good times playing Left 4 Dead 2 with my two bestest internet friends, one from Ireland and one from England. We were playing Left 4 Dead 2 at the advanced difficulty level. We were doing well, kicking zombie ass all over the in-game map. Then in a fit of overconfidence, the Englishman exclaimed, "I think we're ready for expert." The AI director apparently took that as a challenge, and soon thereafter we were all beaten to death by zombies. How ironic. Well, I'm going to keep playing games as long as it's fun, hopefully for the rest of my life. Of course, I will probably have to play less as I get older, but I don't plan to ever stop completely. It's just too much fun for that. Here's to 20 more years in gaming.